Yo, what's up guys, my name is Kara Esse and I'm back again with another sample. And for this sample, nothing really inspired me into making it. I was just in the process of I need to make a sample, and as I was making the sample, I then realized that it's in the style of Tems, and I also would like to say Drake, and it happens to be an ambient sample. And without talking any much, let me break down the sample for you. So I started with a piano from from Spitfire Labs. The name of the piano is Soft Piano, and it sounds like this. And I also layered that piano with another piano from Piano Tech, and I also used the same preset as the last video, which is YC5, and this is how it sounds like. And with this piano I'm just playing a few chords with a little bit of melody on top, and after that I added a pad which is playing in the B section of the sample, and the pad flute is from Expand and sounds like this. And after that I decided to add an ambience so that I can have texture playing in the background of the sample, and the ambience is from a plugin called Kia, and it sounds like this. So it's not something that's too in your face, it's just at the back of the sample. I then decided to add a bass from Modern Bass, and the preset name is called Modern J Bass, and it sounds like this. So for this sample with the bass, I really went with very simple notes, which is following the chord progression, and I didn't add in any other notes in between because I wanted the piano to actually carry the sample through. I then decided to add a piano ambience, and by that I mean I took that same piano that I played earlier and I sent it to a Convolver plugin, which I will break down later when I show you the effects, and this is how the piano sounds like. And then for the B section, I wanted it to be a little bit different from when it started. So I took the same piano, I sent it to a halftime plugin. I then also restretched it so that it sounds like this. And the Convolver is also involved in the sound, so that's why it sounds like it has a lot of reverb and is sitting at the back. So the original sound sounded like this, which I also have layered as well in the sample. It sounds like this. And the automation that I just used here, as it was added for the convolver, which is in the main piano, so that it sounds as if I was playing it on a, what's this thing again? Oh, it sounded as if I was playing it like on a sustain. That's what I wanted to create with the piano. Therefore, I decided to add this automation for that. And for the outro section, I decided that I will take the same laps piano that I started with, add additional notes so that it sounds a little bit different and there's contrast rather than it sounding the same over and over again. And the convolver also is involved. I also sent this piano to another different convolver, and it sounds like this. I then decided to layer the same texture again, which now it was stretched and sounds like this. And with that, that's the whole breakdown of the sample. Let me show you the effects that I used. So for the piano with halftime also stretched, as I said before, I added a Flute convolver, and I honestly don't remember the preset that I used. There's many, and one tip I would give you with Flute convolver is experiment with it, cause you can feed whatever you wanna feed it. Like you can put a vinyl crackle and see how that vinyl crackle will sound with the piano. And that's a tip that I also got from this other YouTuber who goes by the name Ras. So shout out to him for putting me on with the Flute convolver. And I also added the halftime to also make it sound a little bit stretched. I also then added the built-in EQ, just cutting out the low end from 107 Hz going down. And I also did another layer of the piano with halftime again, which I just took care of the low end, going from 202 Hz, going from that down. And then for the main piano that I played earlier, I also added a Flute convolver, which it's nothing really fancy, it's just a reverb plugin, but in my idea, it adds texture to the sound. That's the reason why I use it, and I've decided to use it a lot in the samples that I'm about to break down in the coming weeks. And I also took care of the low end again. And for the piano ambience, it's the same piano with the convolver. I just sent it to another channel where I added a chorus WS1 plugin to make it a bit more wider. I then also took care of the low end again. And another set of the piano also added the Flute convolver as well as an EQ. And then for the bass, I just added an EQ to shape the sound, didn't do much. And then for the paired flute from Expand, I also added an EQ, also just to shape it. And for the master channel, I added a BPB saturator. And the reason why I added this saturator is I wanted to have that tape as well as that tube sound. And this saturator happens to have both of those, and I didn't do much. I just added about 1% of each, just to add a little bit of oomph to the sound. I then added a sound shifter, which is pitching the whole sample by two full cents, if I'm not mistaken. I then added an EQ to also shape the whole master sample. I then added a limiter to make it a little bit loud. And with that said, let me play you the final sample, and the final sample sounds like this. And that's the full sample. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. And with that said, thank you very much for watching my videos. I really appreciate the support. And with that said, I'll see you again 2 weeks from now. Thank you.